few 5 tips when you're running on a treadmill, and also my first time using an actual treadmill. So my first tip is to warm up. You should warm up like for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, as long as you want, just to get your heart rate going off of it, just to avoid injuries when you actually run. Because like if you're out calm and all that and then you just start running, then you might get cramps or something faster. Because I remember the first time that I didn't warm up, because I didn't really care about warming up, I started hurting and I just couldn't finish the run. My second tip is to use a 1 to 2% incline, because it will be like you're outside instead of indoors. And in my opinion, if I just ran like it was really flat and there wasn't like any hills, when I would go back outside, it would be way harder. My third tip is to not hold on to the handrail, because if you think about it, when you're outside, you don't really have anything to hold on, and also it's also safer not to hold it because you might fall or something. My next tip is to keep a great posture, because if you lean forwards, you might fall. And again, just do what you do outside. There's not much of a difference. The only difference is that there's no wind and you're not running outside. My next tip is to find something to distract you, because when you're outside, you run, you get to see a bunch of trees, see birds, squirrels, you get to look around you, kind of adventure. But when you're inside, you just see the same thing the whole time that you're running. So what I did was I went on Netflix and I just watched my favorite show, and that kept me busy for my full 5K, 4.5K. I don't know what I really did because I forget now. Now let's talk about my first time running on a treadmill. So we went to go see my mom in Caracat for like a little family getaway, and we only stayed there for a night. But then we started driving home, but then it was a bit late, so we had to stay at this hotel in Moncton. But I also had to get my run in, so I was just gonna run at home like in circles. But since we were at a hotel, they had a gym with treadmills in it, and it was great because there were like the pool was right next to it, and when we were done our workouts, we could just hop in there. But my dad turned on the treadmill, I started going on it, and I found it really cool how you could adjust the speed and put a slight incline. Like, I learned so much that day. My dad taught me like almost everything. Well, I don't think he taught me everything, but he taught me everything that I need to know about running on a treadmill. And when I started to go on it, honestly, I could already feel that it was harder than running outside, because outside, usually the wind is pushing me, it feels good in my hair, and it's kind of like drying the sweat off me. But inside, there's no wind, so I was really sweaty at the end, which I didn't feel that comfortable, but that's okay because I hopped in the pool. And about halfway through, I was like, oh my gosh, I wish this was over already, because for me, I know I said this before, but I'm going to say it again, treadmill is so much harder than running outside, in my opinion. And at the end, like when it was done running on it, I was so happy. And since I was on the treadmill and I had to like push forward just like I did outside, and I wasn't really used to going on a treadmill, I felt like I couldn't stop walking. So when I got off of it, I just walked like in a straight line for 5 minutes, and it was kind of hard to stop, honestly. And at the end of that, I did a quick cool down, I stretched the usual, and this time I didn't have a yogurt because I usually have a yogurt after my run, and that was quite sad, honestly, because I was kind of hungry later and we ate some Subway after, so that was amazing. And I just went in the pool and my legs were tired. I just laid down in the pool and kind of like treaded water, just like, it felt good. And that was my experience with using the treadmill and my 5 tips on running on a treadmill. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Bye!